everyone! So there is a special day next week coming up. This girl is gonna have a birthday. So to celebrate, I thought that we would do a video together where we chat about our childhood and just come up with some embarrassing memories. We're gonna each have 3 anecdotes that we start telling that may contain some embarrassing details for the other person. And the other person is gonna have to finish the anecdote.
Okay.
Are you excited?
I am a bit excited. I'm going to be doing this on the fly a little bit.
Whereas I have made notes. I'm going to start. Don't look.
Okay.
Okay. So when Michelle and I were children, back in the olden days, there used to be things called phone boxes. And you could go and put some money in a slot and make a call. There was one number you could call without putting any money in. Take it away, Michelle.
Are you talking about the emergency services?
Oh.
Thank God, I've never done that.
We never pranked the emergency
I
services.
just assumed. Is this the information?
Directory
inquiries. Yes.
Do you recall some of the calls we used to make?
To directory inquiries. Give me a clue.
We would phone and ask if they could deliver us food. You know, the general pranky stuff. I mean, I do remember that on one occasion, it was actually me, not you. This
is so typical.
We'd made about 4 calls. And I rang, and when they answered, for some reason, I just said the word meatballs.
I do remember meatballs. I'm remembering meatballs.
I hung up, and they immediately phoned the phone box back, and you nearly cried. We ran away very quickly. So, yeah, my little halo that I like to pretend I have has slipped a little bit already. Hit me with your best shot.
I don't know if you'll be pleased to remember this.
Oh, God.
But do you remember your magazine paper round and how it ended?
Yes. Do you know a true fact? This is in my list of things too, because of your reaction. So, I want to preface this by just pointing out that it was slave labour. I got £10 for delivering a free magazine that nobody ordered. No one ordered it. I had to deliver it to like 200 houses for £10. And I was only like 14. So basically one day I decided I'd had enough. So I took the shopping trolley. They used to give me a shopping trolley of the magazines. And I took it and I roped Michelle into helping. And we pushed it to some local woodlands and threw them in a ditch.
We don't condone this behaviour.
We don't condone this. Hung out for a while and then went back to the shop and were like, £10. Thank you very much.
Well, what I remember is that we didn't take the trolley back straight away.
We kept the trolley for quite some time.
And I remember being pushed around in the trolley until our dad drove past.
He was not impressed.
No, we were in a lot of trouble that day.
My favourite thing though, and this is why it's on my list, is because as we tipped these things into the ditch and we started walking away from these woods, like, we stuck it to the man. Thunder. There was a clap of thunder and it started pouring with rain and you went, God is punishing us!
I mean, I've always been very Christian.
See what else I have on my little list.
Book of Delights.
Okay, so Michelle, as some regular viewers may know, is very happily married to my sister-in-law Kim. Hi Kim. But when you were a young child...
No, God, where is this going?
You had a crush on somebody who worked at a holiday camp.
Oh.
Would you like to enlighten us?
I mean, you could have gone many places. So, we went to Pontins, which some of you may know is like the cheaper version of Butlins. We didn't grow up wealthy. And I had a crush on a blue coat, because they don't wear red jackets.
Oh no.
Called Fat Boy.
Fat bloke!
Fat bloke!
Fat bloke!
Fat bloke!
Fat bloke.
He wasn't even that fat.
No.
I he
be
was
fair.
very handsome.
Do you remember the Good Night song?
I know there was like the crocodile song.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, right. Yes, I do.
Would you like to sing it?
Oh, God. Crocodile, crocodile, we're marching out to single file.
Crocodile, crocodile, for a snappy
holiday.
a snappy happy holiday.
And it was
That's
with Fat Bloke.
Nothing ever. I just want to point out that nothing ever happened between Michelle and Fat Bloke.
Come up and see me sometime,
Seeing
Fat
as
Bloke.
she was like 6.
Well, my next one was going to be really short. It's not really a story so much as one of my favourite embarrassing moments in your life.
Oh, please do.
Which, as you all know, you've been following Emma's vlog for some time. Emma, just say anything that you want.
Anything that you want.
She speaks in quite a English RP accent, maybe a slightly southwest tinge. We live in Cornwall. Our grandparents were from London. I live in London. And my favourite anecdote is when Emma comes to London and she said,
I think I'm getting my accent.
I love coming to London. I'm already getting my accent back.
The thing is, we have discussed on this channel that I have a habit of, if I'm talking to people with a strong accent, I sort of adopt the accent. I can't help it. And I copy accents all the time. So when I go to London, I do get a bit of an accent
Gets her
back.
accent back.
Okay, so I've saved the closest.
Oh dear.
Do you want me to tell this story?
Who's more embarrassed by it? Me or you?
I'm not embarrassed.
I'll own it.
Okay, you are about to. So, Michelle, when we were children, unfortunately, sometimes vandalism happens, and in the local play park, there was some vandalism where somebody took a baseball glove and smeared dog poo on the park.
It was a dirty protest.
It was.
And it was not done by me.
It was not done by either of us. We are not vandals at all.
I would never do that to a children's slide.
No, no. Having seen it, God no.
But we may have had a hand in it.
Oh, was it a hand?
It was something. A mitt.
So, okay. Let's just ask the question. Was it dog poo?
Well, that depends how insulting you want to be to me. As a child, sometimes I had bowel problems. And I don't think it's that funny. But once, you know, when you've got to go, you've got to go. And it just so happened that somebody had found my poop that I had carefully hidden in a forest, caught out in emergency, had picked it up on a baseball mitt and smeared it down the slide. How did I know it was my poo? I pooed on that mitt.
All of my subscribers. If you had a live subscriber account, it's just going down
They're gone,
and down
they're
and down.
We've all been there. But that leaves
I've
me...
pooed out.
Well, this is what I was going to say. We all need a number 2 sometimes. And this is number 3 on my embarrassing list. Where might you have pooed that might be a surprise to some of your viewers?
On a pile of bricks.
On a pyramid of bricks.
In my defence, I needed a comfortable seat.
Is that a comfortable seat?
Yes! A nice pile of bricks. It's nice and yes. And I also I just want to highlight most of these incidents took place when we were children.
Very young,
we were children. And if you say, Mummy, I really need a poo and there's no toilet around, and you see a nice convenient pile of bricks.
Convenient, comfy pile of bricks.
Convenient, comfy baseball mitt that someone's chucked in the woods.
That is quite comfy leather. I mean, God.
Can I add another one?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so do you recall when we used to go on another holiday. We used to go to the Lake District. We
Okay.
used to go mountain climbing.
Oh,
Well,
that's
really
a bit mean.
Should I say some of us went mountain climbing?
Okay, once again, I was a very young child. The entire climb, our dad pointed
I
out,
was going to say.
well, you never know, that people had died on this mountain. Quite often, right where we were at the time. Somebody died here. Isn't that interesting? So I froze.
She cried.
I froze and cried and had to be carefully shuttled down the
Carried down the
mountain. More fool everyone that stayed, if you ask me.
Well, it was a lovely view from the top and I didn't die.
If we're adding in extra bits,
Go on.
maybe we could talk about your friend Lee Brennan.
My close personal friend, Lee Brennan from 911,
from 911.
the British boy band, yes. What about it?
How much did you love Lee Brennan when you were a kid?
When I was 14, I loved
14!
him.
Oh my god! I wouldn't have admitted that.
Look, okay, I was very innocent. I mean, you know, I was also very unattractive. Boys didn't like me.
Oh.
So I made myself a cardboard cutout of Lee Brennan and I used to sleep with it.
She used to cuddle cardboard Lee at night. And now we are sufficiently embarrassed.
We are. I'm actually crying. So, if you enjoyed this humiliation, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and maybe we'll do a more adult version. I don't mean in a weird way.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure there's like stuff we've done that we can embarrass each other with in recent years.
Oh gosh, that might get a bit too deep.
You can click on my floaty head if you would like to subscribe to this channel, which isn't always just poo stories. And somewhere around here, last week's video will appear. I'm going to go and lie down and try and forget. See you next week. Bye.